A critical emergency communication failure shook parts of Mississippi and Louisiana, leaving thousands unable to reach 911 for hours. But here's where it gets controversial. The root cause was a single severed fiber optic cable, raising questions about the vulnerability of our emergency infrastructure. On Friday afternoon, a widespread outage disrupted 911 emergency call services across multiple regions in Louisiana and Mississippi, causing significant concern among residents and officials alike. The disruption lasted several hours and was traced back to damage sustained by AT&T's fiber optic cables, which are essential for routing emergency calls. The impact was far-reaching, affecting numerous parishes in Louisiana, including the state's three largest cities, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Shreveport, as well as several counties in Mississippi, including the capital city, Jackson. This outage underscored how dependent emergency services are on a few critical pieces of infrastructure. By just before 6 p.m. local time, AT&T announced that the problem had been resolved and that 911 services were fully restored across all affected areas. The company expressed regret for the disruption, stating, "We understand how important these services are and apologize to our customers for the inconvenience." Officials from both states confirmed that the cause was a severed fiber optic cable. New Orleans emergency communications officials described the situation as having a regional impact, highlighting the scale of the problem. Meanwhile, Mississippi's Emergency Management Department was actively collaborating with AT&T to assess the full extent of the outages. Carl Fassold, communications director for Orleans Parish, explained during a news conference that a major fiber cut in Mississippi was responsible for the widespread failure. Importantly, he emphasized that there was no evidence to suggest the damage was intentional or malicious, which is a crucial point given the potential for speculation in such incidents. AT&T responded swiftly by dispatching repair teams who worked diligently to fix multiple fiber cuts affecting customers in both states. Their rapid response was vital in restoring emergency services and preventing further disruption. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves confirmed that 911 services were back to normal and fully operational statewide, reassuring residents that emergency response capabilities had been restored. During the outage, local authorities advised residents to use alternative phone numbers for emergency assistance, a workaround that, while necessary, is far from ideal in urgent situations. This workaround highlighted the fragility of relying on a single system for critical communications. The outage was not limited to the southern states. Fulton County in Illinois also reported disruptions. There, officials urged residents to contact non-emergency numbers instead, demonstrating how such failures can ripple across regions. In Mississippi, counties like Forest and Kemper were among those affected. In Louisiana, Jefferson and Tangipahoa parishes, along with Baton Rouge and Shreveport, experienced similar issues. For example, in Forest County, callers to 911 faced long waits as their calls were rerouted to the National 911 Call Center, which then transferred them to local non-emergency lines, some of which were overwhelmed or crashed. Jerry Burns, Deputy 911 Coordinator for Forest County, described the challenges faced during this period. Shreveport police reported a surge in calls to their non-emergency dispatch lines, reflecting the public's urgent need for assistance despite the outage. Similarly, St. Tammany Parish saw a restoration of both their main non-emergency dispatch and 911 services after experiencing downtime, according to a sheriff's office spokesperson. Tangipahoa officials advised residents that if they encountered a busy signal when calling 911, their call would still be logged, and they would receive a callback within seconds from a regular phone number, an important reassurance during the outage. Verizon clarified that their landline customers were not affected by the outage, attributing the problem to a network issue caused by another carrier. This raises an interesting point about the interdependence of different service providers and how a failure in one can cascade into others. CNN reached out to other providers, including T-Mobile, Consumer Cellular, and Google Fi, for comments on the incident, but no statements were available at the time of reporting. This incident shines a spotlight on the critical importance and potential fragility of our emergency communication networks. It also raises questions about how prepared we truly are for such failures and what measures can be taken to prevent them in the future. Could more redundancy or alternative routing systems help avoid similar outages? And how should authorities balance transparency with public reassurance during such crises? What do you think? Are our emergency systems robust enough? Or is this outage a wake-up call for urgent upgrades? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about the future of emergency communications.